This was just a little dollar pot I got at 99-cent store or Dollar Tree. I've had it for a little while. And I used a stamped and ink pad and put the little fairies on it and the little plants, and I thought it looked pretty nice for my new fairy garden. What do you think? Have soil in here, and let's get busy and make a fairy garden. Well, Grandma's a little bit on the cheap side, so to make this as cheap as I can make it and make a really cute little fairy garden, I used grass clippings from my lawn that got clipped today. And let's get a little fairy garden going. Another free thing I could use. This is the first piece of succulent that I've put in so far. Looks like a little tree, doesn't it? I thought it turned out pretty nice. What do you think? Well, let's see if we can find some more pieces to put along our little houses and get our little flower pot filled up. Well, we have our two little buildings in here, and see if we can fill it up a little more and see what we come up with. Well, what do you think? We got it pretty well finished now. Maybe put a few more little succulent pieces in here. But I thought it turned out pretty good. We have a little gnome in here. And he's probably from Dollar Tree because he's sort of on the small side. And we put all these succulents. They were a free cost because I didn't have to worry about buying any plants. I used my cuttings. And I got quite a few different ones in there. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 succulents in there. Can you believe that? 6 succulents in such a small container. But it will fill out pretty good once they take root. And we will do another fairy garden tomorrow and see how it turns out. Hope you enjoyed watching how to put a 5-minute fairy garden together for 0 cost. Well, it wasn't 0. I spent $1 for the container, already had the stamps, the saucer I already had also, and the houses I already had, and the little gnome I had. And these succulents were cuttings from my garden. Well, let me know what you think, how it turned out for a 5-minute fairy garden we put together today. And because Grandma's cheap, she just put grass cuttings instead of moss on top. It's going to dry out, of course, we know that, but it'll help keep the moisture in the container because these are real live plants and there's real live succulents in here, and they have soil and they need to keep the moisture in. It's turning into summertime here. And aren't they cute little houses that we used? $1.50 at the most was spent on this fairy garden. My favorite kind of fairy garden, keeping the costs down. Hugs and kisses to all my awesome friends. I hoped you enjoyed. It's not the cozy corner. What should we call where at the potting bench? Cozy potting bench? No, I don't like that. Come on, give me some suggestions what we should call this area. What we'll call it every time that we come, we'll have to think about it. Thank you all so much for stepping into Grandma's world of fairies. Hugs and kisses to all of you. Until the next video, take care. Thought about adding 2 more succulents, so I added one right here, and I added another one right there, along with the ones we already had. I thought it looked pretty good. What do you think? I think it needs a little bit more. I think we're done with this fairy garden. Let me know what you think. I don't think we could put any more fairies in here. Hopefully everything will root here in the next couple of weeks and it'll start really looking nice. 2 little houses, 1 little gnome, and I think we have about 8 cuttings in here. Thought they turned out really nice. $1.50 project. Don't forget, let me know what you think I should call this when I use the potting bench. It's where I make the magic, right? Magic Fairylands. We're going to see how many beautiful fairy gardens we can put together this month and see how many more can be out in the garden. Hugs and kisses from Grandma Sandy. Kisses and hugs to all of my awesome followers, and I hope you're enjoying all these beautiful fairy gardens we're building, one fairy garden at a time.